where Mary Baker Eddy's beginning of revelation began with an immediate interaction with the Bible, and resulting in effect in her life that began her work on science and health. 9 years later. But did Ellen White have a similar experience where she had a phenomenal understanding of God, and there was an immediate effect that changed her life?
Yep. She did. So the great disappointment for Millerism is October of 1844, and in early December, she, like many other Millerites, are in this sort of existential crisis. I mean, it's hard for me to convey to you what this meant to people who really believed Christ was coming back that day. I mean, they'd sold their farms, they'd, quit their educational opportunities. They were committed to this idea, and they call it the Great Disappointment, capital G, capital D, for a reason. And so she's in Maine with this group of friends, and they're praying for light and truth. They're praying to understand how this could possibly have happened. And she has this powerful experience where she perceives herself being raised up off the floor, and she sees the people of God headed into heaven, and it's made clear to her that this is evidence that if they will just keep going, if they won't be dissuaded by this disappointment, that they will ultimately find their truth. And this becomes her message. This is the foundational message of Seventh-day Adventism, is don't lose faith in the millennium. Don't lose faith in the Bible. Even though we're disappointed in this sense, I've seen that we should write it out. I've seen that we should stick it out. And that becomes the kind of impetus for this remarkable movement. Today, Seventh-day Adventism boasts 17 million members worldwide. It's a phenomenal story, and yet we hardly ever hear about Ellen White relative to some of the other religious figures in America. And it all stems from that experience, which I think is in some ways comparable, and also different from Mary Baker Eddy's. But it is associated with this profound, life-altering immediacy with interaction with the divine.